Every episode, we start off with a little warm up. This week, we want to do a little warm up because it's been a super long year, and there's certain things that we may have forgotten that happened. We're gonna kind of review some things, do a little refresher, and we're gonna play a game called Two Truths and a Lie. If you don't know how to play Two Truths and a Lie, it is very simple. It is the name of the game. You say two true statements, one lie, and then people try to pick out what is the lie. In this case, it's two statements or two events that happened in 2020 and one that happened in 2019. You have to pick out what event happened in 2019. And to add a little bit of spice into it, it's not just sporting events, it's pop culture events, but they're widely spread pop culture events. I'm not going to throw something like obscure out there. These are all things that you probably know happened, but you may not remember if they happened in 2019 or 2020. So to start, say three statements. Try to point out which one happened in 2019. Parasite, the movie, won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Kamala Harris ends her campaign to become president, and the Texans blew a 24-point lead in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Ain't fooling nobody with that Texans one.
Yeah, that happened in 2020.
I'm gonna go with Parasite.
I feel like Parasite happened in 2020, and I feel like Kamala announced it in 2019. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. That's my final answer.
James is right. So the Texans lost to the Chiefs on January 12th, 2020. Parasite won Best Picture on February 9th, 2020. Just as a frame of reference, Academy Award is always a week after the Super Bowl. I always remember that because they always run like a ton of commercials. And then Kamala Harris ended her campaign to become president on December 3rd, 2019.
I got a funny story about that Texans game though. I was out to dinner with my then girlfriend's family, and the Chiefs started the game. So we at the restaurant, Chiefs start the game. I'm like, okay, well, we're the 2 seed. We're gonna see what's going on. So they bust that coverage, so it's 7-0, and then they block the kick, so it's 14-0, and then they score again, it's 21-0, and this happens in like 8 minutes. So I'm eating, and then all of a sudden I stop eating because I'm sick. I'm sick, right? I'm like, oh no. One of my girlfriend's family's people is from Houston. So they up here visiting, and then nobody's paying attention to what's going on because we're trying to pay the check and move on. Somebody's like, oh, what's wrong with him? And then
what's wrong with him?
It's something wrong with James. And he was like, oh yeah, I kid you not. One of her cousins was like, yeah, that's why that motherfucker ain't eating. They down by 24. It wasn't funny at the time, but I was sick. I was like, oh boy.
Funny how mad we get about sports thing. Like I always tell people, like, it was 2 weeks ago we talked about the Broncos and the Seahawks. I was at the mall with my girlfriend, and I was meeting her godfather for the first time, and they picked us up. She picked us up from the mall, and we get in the car, and he turns on the game. I was like, oh, turn that up. I'm a Broncos fan. It's that and the third. First play of the game, safety. It just went downhill from there.
Yo.
I never watched sporting events after that in like a public place. Like I watched Ohio State win the national championship in my dorm under the covers in a dark room. I was not trying to talk to anybody.
I swear, man. Watching sporting events is crazy. I still remember the day that Pats went down 28-3, bro. But that wasn't like what hit me when I was like, oh shit, we in for a long one, was the pick 6 by Tom Brady, because we moving downfield, flag. I was like, all right, here we go. Brady about to do Brady. Pick. Brady tries to do a tackle. He just falls at dude's leg. I'm like, oh Lord, no.
And they be having you sick. You be like, oh dang, food don't taste right, nothing. You be like,
I think I was studying for finals. That was like right before finals. It wasn't finals. It was something that we were like a group of us in there because we had the study room with the TV, and we were in there watching. And it was like, oh, the Falcons winning, because this was right after Tom Brady had the whole thing with the Make America Great Again hat. So black people were happy, and I was in a room full of black people, and they were just like, I could feel the air go out of the room, and I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't tell you to root for the Falcons. I didn't tell you to do all that.
and then the Falcons is like the black team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Mike Vick. And, I mean, the
They were all
Falcons and
there
the
that
Saints,
day,
they're like the
too.
blackest teams, right?
They were.
Yeah, they brought out, I think they brought out Mike Vick. They brought out 2 Chainz there, T.I.
Yeah.
They brought out everybody.
Right, bruh. Like black people was, bruh. It's something to it. Like we talk about Larry Bird and whatever, and it's something to it when the white boys code and racist, and you can't do nothing about it. It's like, dang, bro.
I kind of got the same
thing. To fight the air, bro. You be like,
I kind of got the same thing when the Broncos beat the Panthers.
Yeah.
Cam Newton and that team, that was like the second coming of the Falcons. You had a black quarterback, all that. It was a lot. But going into the second round, 3 statements. A brawl erupts at a Kansas State-Kansas basketball game.
oh, I got that one.
The Senate moves not to impeach President Donald Trump. Jalen Hurts plays his final college football game.
Okay. So I'm gonna take this one. Jalen Hurts, that was in 2020 because it was the college football playoff. Kansas State, Kansas was in 19 because the nigga threw a chair. Threw a whole chair, bro. Like, what? Like he was Bobby Knight or something. Anyway, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't say the N-word. I'm sorry.
I mean, all of our episodes are listed as explicit, so don't.
Oh, okay, so we good.
Nah, and then the other one is 2020. The 2019 was the Kansas State one. I remember that one. I was like, what? What is that?
You ain't gonna hear me arguing with a Kansas person about Kansas history. I gotta go with Kansas State.
See, I live in Missouri, bro. Don't play with me.
I was like, don't rub us in together.
Don't play with me. Don't do me like that.
Well, the score is now 1-0 because you both got it wrong.
Oh no!
Jalen Hurts and the Oklahoma Sooner lost to LSU by $1 billion on December 30th, 2019. The brawl between Kansas State and Kansas happened on January 21st, 2020. And the Senate moved not to impeach Donald Trump on February 5th, 2020.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
Next round, we're doing 4 rounds. Drew Brees breaks Peyton Manning's career touchdown record. Tyson Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder in the 7th round of a heavyweight championship fight. And Nipsey Hussle wins his first Grammy Award.
Drew Brees, that wasn't even Drew Brees' 2020 was a little bit rocky, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why Drew Brees had to say that, though?
I find it funny how we had that whole conversation about things that sports teams do to piss us off, and then the Cleveland Indians changed their name.
So you can't even – you got to say Cleveland baseball team.
Yeah, I need to start doing that. It took me a while to say that about the Washington football team because I got so conditioned to saying that.
I was gonna say, shoot, it worked for Washington. They about to win that division.
Yeah.
We're going to get into Washington a little bit later. Yeah.
Shoot, man, I'm about to say Kansas City football team. They keep on playing. They go ahead and change that name, to be honest with you. But shoot. Okay, back to the thing. I think. Nipsey Hussle got the award in 2019. I want to say that. No, the Grammys are in February, aren't they? So maybe he got that in 2020. And then, what were the other two? I'm sorry.
Drew Brees breaking Peyton Manning's touchdown record.
That's in 19.
And Tyson Fury knocking out Deontay Wilder.
That was in 20.
That was in 20 because that was right before COVID. I think it's Breeze. Wait, yeah, I go Breeze.
You are both right. So Drew Brees broke Peyton Manning's touchdown record on December 16th, 2019. And I remember that because they stopped the entire game for that. Tyson Fury knocked out Deontay Wilder. I always remember this because it happened in Black History Month. February 22nd, 2020. And Nipsey Hussle won his first Grammy Award for Racks in the Middle with Roddy Ricch on January 26, 2020.
Okay, so the Grammys are not in February. I apologize.
No, they're usually in February.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's just a weird date. Just weird date switching around.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair to Drew Brees, a touchdown stops play anyway. So I guess, it's not like when your boy was playing the Chiefs and he had the yards record and then they was getting smashed. He was trying to run a drive.
And also, in offense of, Deontay Wilder, he really was dressed up in the biggest Black History Month thing of all time, got used as a human punching bag for the entire fight, and then wanted to make an excuse about it. So, that's always great for Black History Month, being used as a scapegoat. Yay.
See, now I ain't saying nothing about Deontay Wilder because I can't handle them punches. So I'm gonna hush.
So last round, Clarissa Shields challenges Layla Ali to come out of retirement. The first person develops novel coronavirus symptoms. And Zion Williamson makes his NBA debut.
Ooh,
That's tricky.
Time out. Didn't Clarissa Shields challenge her on a Breakfast Club?
She did in a couple of places. She did it on Twitter, Breakfast Club, wherever she could get it.
Whoever will listen.
For her, I put in a month because I couldn't put down a specific date. I put down a month.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that's 2020, and I'm gonna say Zion went to 2019. But what you think, Gerald?
I think Zion's 2020 because that was around the time Lonzo was starting to kick back into shape. What was the third option?
First person develops novel coronavirus symptoms.
I think that was 2019.
That's right. Yeah, I think you got that one.
Is that both your answers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, that's his answer because I wouldn't have gonna get it, so he gets the point.
All right. So in a late win, Gerald comes out on top with 2-1.
2-1.
First person developed coronavirus symptoms in Wuhan, China on December 1st, 2019. Zion Williamson made his debut on January 22nd, 2020. And Clarissa Shields challenged Layla Ali to come out of retirement all Black History Month this year.
That makes a lot of sense.